All right, welcome back to responding to comments on my second channel. So this one is, what bass is that? And I use 4 different basses. I have 4 different basses at home. And I'll go, let's just, they're all over here except for the upright. Let's just go by size here. We have, first one, this is the U bass. And it is a ukulele sized bass. And I got it from Kala. And that was after I did the War Ensemble video, because I had one of their ukuleles in that, and they saw it and reached out and said, hey, we'd like to send you some more stuff to make videos with. And I said, sure. So they sent me this U bass and a like tenor ukulele question mark. I'm not quite sure. It's probably not a tenor ukulele. I don't know, one of their higher end ukuleles as well as this, and they're both absolutely fantastic and a big upgrade from their other model that I had, which was like a $50 version, really entry level. And then they sent me 2 that were really, really nice. And I just love getting, if I can get acoustic instruments or instruments in general that have a DI that I can record into my computer with, that's definitely ideal than recording with a mic. If I can record with a mic and a DI, that's definitely ideal. And then I have more options to send to Fluff, who does all my mixing. And this is actually the same range as the next bass I'm going to show you, a regular 4-string bass. And that's pretty amazing and pretty cool because it's really, really small. The strings are really wibbly wobbly, woobly, but it's pretty awesome. And it actually has a pretty good tone to it. Like, it's mostly low end on the Kala U bass. Like, it's just really, really deep. I would love to see how those strings would sound on something of like this scale. And it would just be super, super low. This is a Fender Precision Bass, P bass. This is actually the first instrument that I ever bought with my own money. I got a drum set for Christmas, and then this is the next instrument I got that I bought for $120 at a Music-Around, which then later closed pretty shortly after that, and is now a laundromat, if I am correct. But this bass is, and then I added, like, I put my band symbol on it at the time. I had a band that had a symbol. Like, none of the other members knew that there was a symbol for the band except for me. I have a Primus sticker, of course, that band symbol again. Abraham Lincoln. Shout out to Abraham Lincoln, I guess. These stripes, and my band's name at the time. And I just got this because I really wanted to play like Les Claypool. And it was really cheap, and I could afford it as a 13-year-old or 12-year-old or however old I was. I could walk some dogs and buy this. But I've been using this up until recently for like every bass track that I've been doing, and that's not ideal because it's not that great of a bass. In fact, I would go ahead and say that as far as pickups and electronics go, it's very, very bad, and borderline just flat out broken. I sent... So anytime I would send a bass track to Fluff, since I started working with Fluff, he would just get really mad at me for using this bass because the signal straight from this bass is so bad that he has to do so much to make it into something usable. And like you can tell in And Justice for Bass, that video where I do a lot with the next bass I'm going to show you, and with this one, there's a pretty big difference between the sound of this one and the sound of the other one, and both of them are already extremely manipulated at that point. Like, there's a lot of mixing and reamping and EQ and bluity blue, and there's a big difference. The DIs especially, when you hear just the straight signal from this and the other bass, I mean, the other bass knocks it out of the park or out of the water or ever. It's just a lot better. So I'm gonna get that one. All right, this is the third bass I use. There goes my light. Ooh, things just got so much more metal in this room for this lighting right now. I have one light going this way, and then this light is, there we go, it's broken. At least, yeah, it's annoying to deal with because it always falls over. But this is a Stiletto 5-string from Schecter, and I reached out to them actually for this one, and I said I really need a bass. The Stiletto 5 is probably my favorite, and it's the lowest any of my instruments go. So this goes all the way down to B, and this bass is like everything that I want in a bass. It's pretty awesome, and it just sounds phenomenal. It looks phenomenal. It hits my desk sometimes, which is okay. And yeah, I just really like it. And now that I'm sending these tracks through this system to fluff, he likes me a lot more. So that's a lot better. And then for my fourth bass, I'm not actually gonna get that one because it's huge. And it's in the other room, but that one's an upright bass that I got from Cecilio, and it's just a big, white, beautiful upright bass, and I like it a lot. It's definitely a Cecilio make instruments, like they call them student instruments, like they're really affordable. Like I think that whole upright bass goes for like $1,000, and so that being said, it's definitely not anything high end. Like in the videos, it looks great, and you might assume that it's really expensive, but it's actually not, and it does have a fair amount of problems, just being a, really, really affordable upright bass. But it works for me, and it looks great in videos, and I'm not like I'm a horrible upright bass player, so I'm not going to spend like $10,000 on an upright bass. And that one I got just for I messaged them about it. I got a Cecilio cello a while ago just from a friend of mine, and then I decided to reach out to the company and say, I've been using this cello, could you send me some more stuff that I'll put in more videos? And they said yeah, so that's where that came from. Yeah, it's a nice upright bass. So those are my 4 basses, and this is about 6 minutes. I think, well, I did restart. I did answer the question wrong. But anyway, your 4-word question got way more minutes of answer, and that's what you get on the second channel. Thanks for watching.